Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to sit down and film for several reasons. One, I have been fighting an infected tooth for I don't even know how long, well over a month, and it has literally been making me miserable. I got it pulled. I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better. Like, my jaw is still really sore, but overall, the difference it makes, like, in your overall well-being is crazy. Like, I feel so much better. So anyway, that's number one. That's one of the reasons why I'm so excited to film. But the second reason why I am so incredibly excited, I found a new foundation to try at Ulta, and I have not heard one single review. It's from a brand that I've never heard of, and I had to pick up this foundation because I am a foundation freak. So this is the brand name. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to pronounce that because I don't. I don't know how to say that. So guys, help me out. If you know how to pronounce it, let me know down below. All right, so they have like 51 shades of foundation. They have a bunch of other makeup products. They've got eyeshadow palettes. They have lip gloss, lipstick, contour stick, concealer. This is the Say What foundation, okay? And I got mine in the shade, I already forgot, White Pearl T1W. I'm really excited to try it out and see what I think about it. I almost bought the concealer, but then I was like, they're not exactly cheap, so I don't want to go buying a bunch of something if I don't know if I'm going to even like it, like even in the least bit. So we are going to use something else that's really exciting in this video. I wanted to give a try the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer and the Jeffree Star Setting Powder. So today's video has a lot of newness, a lot of goodies. Alrighty, so first we are going to get started with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is something I got, I believe, from Sephora, like one of their deluxe samples. I think I cashed in like 100 points to get this. This is a primer that so far has worked with quite a few foundations I've tried it with. And so far it has not caused my makeup to separate on my face, which for me is good because I have really oily skin. It gives this really tacky finish. And I'm just going to give it a second to set in. Alright, now that we've got that Milk Hydro Grip Primer nice and settled onto the skin, my skin feels like mildly tacky now. It's really not too bad. I've got a wet beauty blender. I'm going to give this a try on one side of my face. On the other side of my face, I'm going to use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I'm going to see which one gives me the better coverage to my preference. I mean, it's definitely covering a lot. Let's get the forehead. Don't want to forget the forehead. I'm really digging the way this is looking on my skin so far. I like it because it doesn't look heavy, and this is just my initial reaction. It doesn't look heavy. It is not overly falling into those lines. Like, it's in there a little bit. It's always going to be. And it just looks, it really does just look like skin. Okay, that's my initial reaction with a beauty blender. Let's go ahead and try the other side with the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So for this side of my face, I used about 2.5 pumps, which is a good bit. It's a good bit of foundation, honestly. And it might have been too much. Okay, we're going to need a little bit more to get the same amount of coverage here. Guys, this looks really good. I can't tell which side I like better. This is a really full coverage foundation. This is like a true full coverage foundation, in my opinion. It's kind of like Estee Lauder Double Wear without the heaviness. If you're looking at my skin, You can't really see too much of that discoloration anymore. Maybe a very little bit like right here. Let's see if I can build that up a bit without it looking crazy. Usually I have a hard time getting foundation to stick to my cheek area. I don't know why. Anybody else have that problem? It's really strange. Unless this does something like really unforeseen in the next, you know, however long it takes me to get my makeup on, I really, really, really like the way this looks. I feel like they both gave me about the same amount of coverage, which is really strange. Because normally I find that a brush will give me more coverage. Either my brush is shedding or I've got cat hair on my face. Neither of which feels pleasant. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer. Just as like a little heads up, I have tried this already. So I do have somewhat of an opinion on whether or not I like it or what I think about it. But I do want to put it on just to see how it plays with the UOMA foundation. I'm probably saying that totally wrong. All right, let's blend it out. This looks crazy. It looks like I have serious mental problems. I do think that this Magic Star Concealer brightens very well, or at least my shade does. I forgot to tell you that the shade I have is C3. Okay, I really don't feel like that gave me enough coverage. I feel like it's almost enough, so I'm going to add just a little bit more, and I'm going to really hope that it doesn't look too cakey or heavy, but I'm a little scared. So now I'm going to set my face with the setting powder. And it does smell like cotton candy, and it smells delicious. I usually don't use a beauty blender to set my face with powder, but we're just going to do that today. Why not? I'm going to get a healthy size amount on the tip of my beauty blender here. I'm not much for like baking or anything like that. Oh, that smooths out so nicely. I'm kind of digging that. Oh, that was a lot. Probably too much. What do you think about the foundation and the powder on my face right now? Looks really good, doesn't it? Matches me really good. It's a little dry looking, but that's just because I went ham setting my face with this powder. Okay, so just to kind of speed up this look just a little bit, I don't want to go into any great detail about what I'm doing. I might show a little bit. I will tell you that I use the IT Cosmetics Your Lips But Better. This is like a little lip liner. I got a sample and something that I bought from Ulta, and I really, really enjoy the color of it. And then I use the Bare Minerals matte liquid lipstick in Juju. This is their Gen Nude formula. It's one of my absolute favorite lipsticks. I think it is such a unique, hydrating yet matte formula. So that's the combo I have on my lips right now. I know they're a little large and in charge. I am going to use the Cali Contour palette to bronze up with just a little bit. And then I'm going to go over top of that with some of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4. So that's what I'm doing right now. I did use Precisely My Brow in 4.5 from Benefit to get my brows shaped up. And I didn't even use a brow gel or anything. And they're out of control. So we're just going to leave it at that. amazing what a little bronzer can do, right? Bringing back some color to my face so I don't look so dead. I do really still love this Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Party, so I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to go in with the same brush that I did my bronzing with. Okay, and the last little bit of stuff that I'm going to do, I have some highlighter I want to throw on. This is from Wet n Wild. The size of this highlighter is gargantuan. This one is in the shade Boozy Brunch. It's like, I don't know if you guys can get a size comparison here. It's huge. I'm going to use that just to put on the tips of my cheekbones here. I've used it once and it kind of, sort of reminds me of the Amrezy highlighter. Let's go ahead and get the highlighter going. Woohoo, buddy. That's shiny. Kind of like it. I think that looks nice, and it was super cheap. I mean, look at that. I am going to use a little bit of the P. Louise base for my eyelids, and then I'm going to go ahead and use something. I'm just going to do something very simple. A very simple eye look. A little bit of mascara, and I will be finished, and we can go over the products that I used. Alright guys, so what I did is I hopped off camera. I did my eyes. You can't rub up against that. You'll knock my stuff over. I went ahead and used shadows from the Smoke Sessions palette from Milk Cosmetics. And I also used some shadow from the Gemini palette from Smoke Cosmetics. I also used the Gemini palette from Milk Cosmetics to come up with this really simple, but pretty decent eye look, I guess. I had a lot more going on and I thought it looked really bad. And what I ended up doing was wiping away the top portion and just blended out my crease with a shimmer shade, which I never do. This is where we recap. This is where we talk about the products that I used today, and I let you guys know what my final opinion is after I've been playing with these items for hours, and now that I've been wearing these things for a while. Okay, so I've had this makeup on now for about 4 hours. When I get up close and personal and look at my face, I'm going to tell you what I see. Like, this is more of a matte foundation, this UOMA. I feel like such an idiot pronouncing that because I really don't know if I'm saying it right. This is more of like a matte foundation, but it's not like overly drying. It's really a unique formula, okay? I really feel like this is something just different, in my opinion. I really, really like it. I don't think it like settled into those fine lines like crazy. Even after all this time, I don't think it has done that. It hasn't started to separate. It blended really well with the concealer and the setting powder. Everything just looked good, really good going on top of it. So far I really like this foundation and I'm excited to be able to use it again. So yeah, I would say the foundation, if I had to rate it just based on today, based on the application, things going on over top of it okay, the coverage and all that jazz, if I had to rate it, I would give it an A- because I do still see a good bit of texture. But you know what? That might be something that I can kind of combat if I had like a pore filling primer or a smoothing primer, you know what I mean. Which I didn't use. I used the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. So, other than that, I think it looks really nice. Let me try to get closer so you guys can see it. Like, you can definitely see where it's settled in here. And you can see the pores along my cheek. But this is real life. That's what I really look like in real life. And makeup kind of sits on top of that. So unless you have a pore filling primer, you're going to see those things. But for the most part, I think it looks pretty fantastic. And I didn't use a setting spray. So I think that would help as well. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think it looks alright? You guys like the coverage and the way it blended in with my skin? Let me know. The Jeffree Star Concealer. This is a product that I feel like is not super high coverage, but it's not a bad product. It's not a bad concealer. When I look underneath my eyes, which is like my main area of concern, it just looks like my regular under eyes, but just not as purple. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's not completely smooth underneath there, but my normal under eyes are not completely smooth under there, so that's kind of to be expected. I don't feel like it made it a whole lot worse, which is important to me. So if I had to rate the Jeffree Star Concealer, I would give this like a B+, just because it could be a little bit more high coverage or full coverage, and I suppose it could be a little bit more hydrating, but overall, I think it's a good product, and I'm definitely going to keep using it. Now, when it comes to this setting powder, this is where he got it right, okay? And I'm not saying he got it wrong with the concealer, but this, to me, this is the standout product. This really did set my makeup beautifully. It's really finely milled. I feel like it really helped to push everything into my skin really nicely and made it kind of lock it into place. Really kind of airbrushed me a little bit, as much as I can be airbrushed. So, I'm 35. I have texture. I have pores. I've got fine lines and wrinkles. I got sunspots. I got it all. So if I can minimize some of that with a powder or a setting spray or whatever, I get pretty excited. So the fact that this smells like cotton candy is a huge plus. It makes you kind of want to eat it, but I don't recommend it. He should probably come with a warning label. But it's just good stuff. I really do like this powder. I'm really glad I have it. I'm excited just to keep using it in my makeup routine. I couldn't wait to jump on here and give you guys my opinions and thoughts on these products, just because the Jeffree Star stuff is like really hyped up right now. And then the foundation, again, brand new. Haven't heard anybody talk about it. I'll be excited to hear when some of these bigger influencers start talking about this and start using it. I'm excited to see who actually likes this. So that wraps up this video testing out these products. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you liked about it. Let me know what your favorite products are from this video. If you guys have tried this new foundation, let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to hear some more feedback on it other than my own. If you guys have tried the setting powder and the concealer, I would also like your feedback. I'd like to know what you guys think about the quality. Do you guys think it's top-notch? Do you guys think it's overpriced, overhyped? Let me know down below. If you do like my videos, you like my content, you want to see this smiling face again, please hit that subscribe button, ring that post notification bell. That way you are notified every time I upload a video. My phone is blowing up. Nobody ever texts me, but tonight my phone is blowing up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye.